Then you'll die.
What's up, guys? Welcome back, man. Jackpot DFS. Let's talk about this crazy ass slate that we're gonna have today. Another 10 gamer, another big slate for the NBA today. Little 5-gamer yesterday. Still very different ways you could go. Even with a 5-gamer yesterday, got a little bit tricky there. Not knowing if AD was going to play, LeBron, etc. We got a little news kind of early on that, so depleted that ownership on AD quite a bit. Nonetheless, we're going to talk about the slate today. Obviously, if you guys are brand new to the channel, my name is Doug with Jackpot DFS. Obviously, the name of the channel. Hit that subscribe button, man. Come back for more videos. We usually put out stuff every day. We'll be putting stuff out for NFL, putting stuff out for esports, putting stuff out for MLB as well. I'll try to get integrated and get some more stuff out there. I do play golf and things like that, so get a little cliche on that and try to get some more intel before I give it to you guys, because I don't want to just give you guys just copy something off someone else and give it to you. I don't really like to do that. If I was going to do that, then I wouldn't be doing this to begin with. Nonetheless, if you guys are back for another vid, hit that like button, man. I appreciate the help and appreciate the likes and love that you guys give to me each and every video. We use a nifty tool called Draft Dashboard. Draft Dashboard's a tool that I've been using for a few years now. Ultimately, use this tool to build my player pool for each day. Gives me a breakdown of projection, ownership, gives me a breakdown of the defense, how good the defense is per position in individual positions in the NBA, as well as history. As NBA is one of those DFS sports that you can use history, you can use past performances, etc., like that, to kind of use that as your advantage in the as far as DFS and getting the capital up on the field. Also, you can use this tool. We have top players of the day. There's articles, there's cheat sheets, etc., that you can use on Draft Dashboard, as well as building up a player pool and you can use to build up to 10 or 150 lines, whatever you're into. You can try all that and more for just $1 for 30 days to see how well you like the product. I think you'll be happy with it, and I highly recommend it as well. But look in the description of the video, click that link, and you can get yourself started and start using that today, and just in time for the NFL playoffs this weekend. Nonetheless, let's get started on our slate for today. We're going to look at our point guards. Try to give you guys an extensive breakdown as I can today. It's a big slate, so it's going to be hard to get everybody, but nonetheless, obviously James Harden in a great spot today. I do think he's just so pricey. I do think you can go other places to kind of save you some salary, because with a big slate like this, you need kind of every player in your slot to have a decent day. Not necessarily a smash spot in every play, but you need some of those. You need the guys who you're paying up for to absolutely smash and hit the value on their prices, obviously. But obviously Harden's in a good spot today against Orlando. They're not going to have Aaron Gordon today, so there's a little bit less production. Now I start to wonder if this game's going to be competitive, but we got a lot of questions. If Kristen Wood's going to play, does Cousins start again, etc. We don't have that news yet. We do have some news, just not all of the news, which I try to wait a little bit later today to try to get that news, because it's hard to give you something, what to play and all that stuff, and then turn around and half the slate's going to sit, got COVID, something, and I don't want to be giving you guys information that you can't utilize, obviously. So, but LeBron James obviously in a great spot today against Chicago. I worry about that game being competitive. I wonder if the Lakers are going to smash the hell out of them today, but we'll have to wait and see. Steph Curry, another guy you can kind of go with today. I know he's questionable. Another guy you can go with today. I don't think Fox should play. He may play, he may not play. If he doesn't play, then obviously we'll get some pivots that you can kind of go to with that. Two guys I will mention today that are in great spots is Van Fleet and Lowry. Both of them guys are in great spots today. They are pricey, but James Van Fleet's in a great spot today. Has been decent against Sacramento. Looking at Lowry, he's been really good against Sacramento. 40, 39, and a 56 the past 3 games. 1.09 points per minute, 37.5 projections to score today. He's coming in at 14% ownership. John Wall's another guy you can get to if you want to pivot away from like an expensive James Harden. We don't have much history because Wall's been hurt for like 45 years, and now he's been rebuilt and is back on the court again. But last game had a 44 or so. Projection today for 39.8. 75% chance he can 5x that salary at 8,000. So like the play of John Wall as a pivot down from James Harden today. A guy that you just absolutely is a lock and load today with Kyrie being out and all the injury stuff is Chris Levert. This hard to pass on this guy. He's still not. In actuality, he probably should be 8,500 or something like that. He's still relatively cheap. I think you just go ahead and lock him in your lineup today and build that around that. As far as the other pieces around Brooklyn and all that stuff you want to get to, could be hit or miss. Get you a will, like I was joking about before, and just spin it and see who you land on. But I don't think you have to go anywhere else but Levert, and then you can go elsewhere for other players in your lineup today. I don't think you have to focus primarily on building your lineup with that value in Brooklyn. I think you can go other places and get that today. Looking down the list here, don't mind Chris Paul or Holiday, but I like Elfrid Payton. He's been getting the minutes. He's paid 35, 28, and 38 minutes the past 3 games. 28.6 projected score today. He's had a 40 and a 45 against OKC in the past, so like that play today. It'll be a LaMelo and Lonzo face-off today for the first time in the NBA. Not my favorite play today with Lonzo or LaMelo today. Don't mind Marcus Smart, but I think, it's kind of one of those things I think is just high-priced, and I think you just kind of get away with that. A guy I will talk about who is due for a big game, and if his shots start falling, he's gonna explode, is Devante Graham. He's only 5,600 on DK. He's a little bit cheaper on FanDuel, I think, at 5,100. But if this guy can actually shoot the ball and go in the hoop, he's going to explode at this price. It's just, when is it going to happen? Could it happen today? Absolutely. So just keep that in mind. I do love that. Now, if Fox doesn't play today, Halliburton obviously is going to get the start. Nice play today if he doesn't start today. Wouldn't mind going for that as well. Going down the list, I don't mind Chris Chio Reza, whatever you want to say his name, at minimum price. I think that's okay play today. Cole Anthony is obviously another guy you can mention that could be in play. $5,000 price. He's obviously going to start. Fultz is obviously done for the season. Extremely high ownership at 43 projection ownership. I don't think you have to go there. 5,000 is kind of pricey to me to pay for that. And if he's not going to get you but 20 fantasy points, I think you can go elsewhere and kind of solidify that a little bit better and get away from that today. Looking down the list here, where's my guy here? Let's see. I don't know why he's not on here today. Nonetheless, going to talk about Westbrook as well. Westbrook has just been on fire. He's pretty much averaged a triple-double this season, more or less. He is one of my favorite plays at point guard today. Just a must-play. I know Bradley Beal went off last game, but I think that was just kind of like, if you're on him, great. That was probably the best you're going to ever see from a Bradley Beal. Nonetheless, he's still a great play. He's still averaging pretty good, but I think he raised up a little bit in salary, and I don't think he's not going to do that 2 times in a row. So it's an easy fade for me today for Beal. Paul George in a considerable spot today. Jaylen Brown and Tatum are going to have to do a lot today because they're so short-handed. They don't have Thompson. They're not going to have Grant Williams or Robert Williams, stuff like that. So they're going to need to step up today for the Celtics. Don't mind Zach LaVine. Obviously, if they're going to be competitive in that game against the Lakers today, Zach LaVine, White, Otto Porter, guys like that are going to have to step up and play big. So you could run that back and play that in a considerable play today in correlation with the Lakers if you want to play those guys. Fred VanVleet, obviously I mentioned already, is in a great spot today. Now, another guy I mentioned, Austin Rivers, he is getting considerable playing time. 33 minutes and 32 minutes the last couple of games. Put up a 36 last game. Obviously, he's not been great against Oklahoma City, but obviously Austin Rivers is kind of, he gets starts sometimes, but he probably has never started against Oklahoma City. And then again, he's not starting for New York. But nonetheless, if those guys are hurting still with players, I think he's a nice value save that you can go with to get away from like all that ownership going to Cole Anthony. I think both of these guys have the same upside, in my opinion, personally. Looking down the list here, I mean, you can go with a guy like George Hill. Don't love that play, but you could go there if you wanted to. I'm almost done with Lou Williams and even going there with him. Not going to play Bruce Brown today. Fell for that yesterday. Not going to do that today. That's pretty much it for my shooting guards for today. Going to move over to small forwards. Obviously, Kawhi Leonard's in a great spot today against Golden State. I worry about that game being competitive too, especially if Steph doesn't play. Could be a hard place to get to today. Where I do like to go to is I think will be very competitive today is Tatum against the Wizards today with Westbrook, Bill, and those guys. I like that play today. Also like Brandon Ingram as well today, going against Charlotte. 22nd in the league against opposing small forwards. He's had a 27, a 46, and a 42, so it's been pretty strong. 63% chance he can 5x that $85,000 salary today, or $8,500, excuse me. 38.7 projection score. He is coming in 19% ownership today. Don't mind the Chris Middleton play. Also don't mind Jeremy Grant. Jeremy Grant's been pretty good consistently. Something consistent you can go to. Only coming in at 2% ownership today. RJ Barrett. It's another guy. He's going to be up against OKC. I do see he's going to get plenty of playing time, averaging somewhere around 40 points a game, or 38 to 40 minutes a game. He's on the court a whole lot, and he gets you he gets you steals, rebounds, assists, blocks, and if if his shot's falling, he could really put up some big numbers. Obviously, we've seen him do that in the middle game there, 53. Kyle Anderson's in a nice spot today. He did have a 41 last time up against Brooklyn earlier this season, so keep that in mind at a mid price of $6,500. Another guy that's kind of sneakingly been pretty good this season, has creeped up and been really consistent here lately, is Darius Baisley. 6,200, 42, 36, and a 43 past 3 games. 9% ownership, 30.1 projection score today. Nice considerable target. Looking down the list here, you could go to Joe Harris. I know he had a big day yesterday, but this guy can go out there and give you a 46, or he can go out there and give you a 12. It's kind of one of those things. Not good for cash plays, but good for GPPs today. Definitely not playing Gordon Hayward at a $8,400 price. No way. No way in hell I'm paying that. Look for some cheap options today. I mean, if you really want to get crazy and play Dwayne Bacon today, obviously going to have Aaron Gordon out today, so he could facilitate some of that role today. I'm not anything certified yet, but I could be Birch, or could be possibly Gary Clark, maybe even. JJ Redick should play today. I think I got news on that already, so don't anticipate him being out today. Just looking down the list here, make sure there's not anybody I'm missing. that's pretty much it for a small forward today. I mean, it's pretty cut and dry on who you should like and who you don't. Moving on to power forward position. Obviously, it's hard to ever say you fade Giannis. I'm not going to do that today. He's not been the greatest against Utah, I believe, because Utah's a good defensive team. But and then again, I'll take that back. I mean, Giannis, man, he's pretty much matchup proof. I think 69 to 53, a 79 to 60, and an 84 against Utah in the past 5 games. That's just sick. Sickening that a man can average that good on a regular, consistent basis through 5 games of history. It's nuts. Anthony Davis obviously in a good spot today. Now, Julius Randle is one of them guys, man, you're going to get consistency out of this guy because you know he's going to play the minutes, 40 minutes a game, something like that crazy. He's put up a 63 and a 60 the past 2 games at 9,800. I think that's fair enough. That's close enough to a lock for me that you could play him over Jason Tatum and feel comfortable about it because you know he's going to get the playing time. He is projected for 49.4 today. Projected score is only coming at 9% ownership. That's not crazy bad considering it's a 10-game slate. So nobody's going to be considered crazy on ownership-wise. I don't understand. What's what I don't understand is that people would rather pay $600 less and play Jason Tatum I know Jason Tatum's a great player, and I know Jason Tatum's going to have to do a lot today, but considerable the thing about it is that you got to think Tatum has other people who are going to try to score. New York doesn't have much, and even though those other guys are out today, they're still going to have people who can play and play backup. But Tatum's not always consistently going to give you everything. Sometimes he can have a bad game and give you a 30. Julius Randle is going to go out there and play just about damn near the whole game and give you that upside. So I think you just pay the $600 more and play Julius Randle. I love Jason Tatum today as well, but I think if I'm going to spend that for that much, I think I'm just going to go ahead and get Randle in my lineup today. Brendan Ingram, I've already mentioned. Zion's in a great spot today. Pascal could be in a great spot as well today against Sacramento. Has had a 28 to 51 and a 47 the past 3 games against them guys. Coming in at projected 11% ownership for Pascal today. Looking down the list here, I mean, if you want to go cheaply, if you want to go with a guy like Blake Griffin, I know he's not shined that great, but he could have a couple big games here and there. Marvin Bagley, the same. Marvin Bagley might have to step into a bigger role today, considering that Holmes is questionable, could be out tonight. Could see that happening as well. Brendan Clark, PJ Washington also in a great spot today, I think. 5,700 is just cheap, and you're going to get a lot of upside at that price range for the position today. Bynum's another guy that's came on. He could play a considerable role today and get you a 15 to a 40-ish ceiling, so to speak, at 5,100 is not bad. I still like that play a lot better than I do playing Cole Anthony today. Roy could be another guy that you can go with today at 4,800. Bertans, I don't mind at all. Bertans actually played pretty good recently. He's seeing those minutes to get back up. This guy shoots the 3, gets rebounds, etc. I don't mind that at all today. So this one we should go today. I mean, not going to go crazy through the list of naming every single person, but that's pretty much what I'm looking at today for as my field. What I'm looking at today. Obviously, I mentioned Anthony Davis, Vucevic, Nicole IV, should I call him? Because I can never say his damn name. Is 9,000 today going against Houston. He should beast mode today because they don't have Aaron Gordon to take that usage away. Could be a big game for Nikolai today. Going against Houston. Look at the history here. He's had a 44, a 53, and a 46. So he's played pretty good against Houston. Coming in at 43.8 projection score today. He is projected for 14% ownership. Obviously, we're still waiting on the Wood news. I mean, he has 49 against Orlando in the past, so don't say I don't like that play. Ayton as well against Detroit could be a nice day. He's been pretty good against Detroit. A 50, a 33, a 56, and a 43. And he's going to come in low ownership because he's not been playing that well this season, but I could see him stepping up and playing better today. Jared Allen, some of these guys right here are really guys I really, really like in this field. I usually try to pay down a little bit at center if I can. Guys I really, really like today that could have special days is Mitchell Robinson, Steven Adams. Jarrett Allen's been really, really good here recently. Even Serge Ibaka, I don't mind at that price. But there are ways you can get different today and cheaper. Birch is going to have to play some time because obviously Aaron Gordon's going to be out. So he could even get the start today. It wouldn't surprise me any. Thomas Bryant also in a nice spot today. Marvin Bagley, if Holmes doesn't play, you could even go down to a guy like Whiteside, possibly if he gets, if Holmes is out. Considerable mention for that. If Cousins starts instead of Wood, I like that play today as well. The matchup is tougher, so just be careful with that. Tice is another guy who's going to have to play exceptional minutes today. And you can play him in the power forward position as well. Only 4,300. He should have to play big minutes today. I think 30-ish, around at least 30-ish minutes today. So like that play as well to save some salary. And Whiteside, I mean, 3,200 gets considerable playing time today, considering if they Holmes does sit out. So looking down my list here, not in love with anybody else, really. So that's the guys we have, guys. That's pretty much the video for the day. Hopefully you guys can utilize this tool in Draft Dashboard. If you guys have not signed up already, hit that link in the description of the video and sign yourself up. You can start using that today for NBA. You can start using that. You can use that for the NFL playoffs as well. Hopefully you guys are having a great start to your weekend. I wish you guys all the blessed and best lineups tonight as well, and win some damn money. Nonetheless, guys, we'll be back soon for an NFL vid for this weekend's wildcard games. A little bit more research to do with that one today, but nonetheless, we'll get that out to you soon. But guys, best of luck tonight as well. YouTube comments, Twitter DMs is always welcome if you guys have any questions, and I'll also link my Twitter down there in the description of the video, guys. Have a great night, guys. We'll see you soon. Goodbye.